Now to our crews on the ground showing you the hardest hit areas. We begin with Joe Lafergie, live in Zeeland. Joe?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to show you guys, this is one of the remnants of one of the casualties from today's storm. We're in downtown Zeeland, and this tree, most of the locals say, was at least 100 years old, so it survived generations, but not that windstorm to date. Good news is there was no injuries, but just imagine you're sitting on your front porch, you're enjoying the start of a nice light rainstorm. All of a sudden, the winds pick up, and a tree limb comes crashing through your roof. 1 minute calm, the next calamity. Joshua Higgs was sitting on the front porch of his McKinley Street home in Zeeland about noon. The rest of the family, his wife, son, and their dog were elsewhere in the house. Suddenly, the winds picked up.
Well, there was a loud, kind of pop, followed by the crash. Just the roof coming in, just, you know.
A branch off the old tree next door couldn't stand the strain and came crashing down above where Higgs was sitting.
And by the time I made it into the living room, which is about 5 feet, I was head to toe covered in insulation.
Just a few blocks away in downtown Zeeland, this 100-year-old plus tree took the sign out at John's Battery and Electric.
Took a couple car damage next door by our neighbors there, but luckily there was nobody around that got hurt.
From Zeeland to the lake shore, the winds cut a path of damage, from down power lines to localized flooding. This tree at Tunnel Park took out a picnic table. The kayak launch near Holland State Park was twisted in the wind. So far, there are no reports of injuries. The majority of casualties were trees and some frayed nerves.
Never seen like I hope I never see it again.
Now, the wind is picking up here again in downtown Zeeland. You can just feel it. You can see it in the trees. You can hear it probably on the microphone as well. And that has the Ottawa County Emergency Management Director concerned. The wind and the storm weakened a lot of trees, especially the old one. Might have knocked some older branches that were dead loose. There's some concern with people not only walking around, but if you're driving through, say, a canopy-lined street, a street lined with trees, that some of those tree limbs or those trees themselves might still come down. They might still be in danger of that. So they're asking everyone to be very cautious over the next couple of days to a week before everything that's still in the trees drops out of the trees. They want everybody to stay safe. Live in Zeeland, Joe Lafergie, News 8.
Yeah, Joe, some of the strongest gusts this afternoon found in Zeeland, where you're at tonight. Thanks for that live report.
Turning to Hudsonville now, News 8's Leon Hendricks is showing us a hard-hit neighborhood there. Leon?
Susan, good afternoon to you. The storms may have passed, but the threat might not be over. Keep in mind that trees that have fallen may still have more falling to do. And then there's issues like this, trees that are on top of power lines, bringing them down there. The word is that you should assume that any line you see down is charged and could kill you, so you'll want to stay away from situations like this. And keep in mind that all down power lines aren't this obvious, but boy, a lot of the damage we saw today sure is. Sunny skies deceive the eyes moments after storms roll through, snapped some trees and uprooted others. Along Ivanrest in Granville, a brand new home, now with even newer damage to the roof.
It just got black out, and I went to reach to pull the slider shut, and the door literally slid open. It was blowing the glass slider door open, so I knew we were in trouble.
Tree parts scattered about in this area, several of them downed. The island on Rivertown Parkway near the mall took quite a blow. Trees broken, toppled, and dismantled, though none blocked the road. West now to the Hudsonville area. More of this storm's mess. The power is out in the Georgetown Forest community. This home clobbered by not one, but two downed trees.
What did it sound like?
Just big bang, big, crash, like there was a car accident outside.
No injuries to report, but the potential was surely there. The storm downed wires, some of which remained entangled tonight. Cleanup from this storm will take some time.
That's fine. We can repair, structural stuff as long as we're safe. That's all we care about.
And we've already seen some of the cleanup underway. We've seen folks going door to door, offering to help one another as friends. We've also seen folks who are looking to make a buck off of this storm and do some work for people. Want to make sure that you're knowing who you're dealing with, as we have seen people get ripped off after storms move through. But the cleanup phase is on, and it's going to be some time before things get looking back to normal here in Georgetown Township. We should also note that the power has been out in this area for some time, but according to the Consumers Energy Map, those who are in the outage area in Georgetown Township are expected to be restored yet tonight. We're live near Hudsonville. Leon Hendricks, News 8.
Yeah, it's those down power lines that can be so dangerous. People need to watch out for those, that's for sure. Leon, thank you.
Now to Battle Creek, where storms have left half of Calhoun County in the dark. Kyle Mitchell is there live. Kyle.
Brian, since our last report at 5, crews have been able to take down this limb that was resting on these utility lines. This is Dunham Drive near West Hamilton Lane. Earlier this afternoon, winds in this same neighborhood knocked down a tree blocking Capitol Avenue Southwest near Langley Road. The tree backed up cars for quite a few miles there, causing some delays. Now, people living in the area say strong winds came through around 2 o'clock this afternoon, knocking out power. About 30,000 power outages have been reported in Calhoun County. Tree trimming and utility crews have been busy working to restore power after a line of very strong winds through.
Ground cover is affected, but a lot of the top of the trees, it just kind of bounced across the top of the trees.
People in this neighborhood have also been out picking up the smaller limbs, and they say that's going to take them quite some time to get all of that picked back up. We're live in Battle Creek. Kyle Mitchell, News 8.